straight in this week with Clips of the Week.
Happy Titmas!
Happy Titmas? It's supposed to be Happy Clipmas. Clip number 1. The Chelsea huddle!
I mean, unless it's a big cheer for the PGMO, I can't really see the reason for the referee being right in the middle of that. But of course, we've seen Chelsea do it in recent weeks. I'm sure there's some method in that perceived madness.
I think if I was the referee, I'd probably be declining to take part in that.
Who would do that? What the f***'s going on? Oh, go on then. Here's some TFI Gold with Bono. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hurrah!
All my life I worshipped her golden voice, her beauty speed, how she made us feel, how she made me real, and the ground beneath her feet, and the ground beneath her feet. And now I can't be sure of anything. Black is white and cold is heat. But what I worship stole my love away. It was the ground beneath her feet. It was the ground beneath her feet. Go lightly down your darkened way. Go lightly on the ground. I'll be down there in another day. I won't rest until you're found. Let me love you. Let me rescue you. Let me bring you where two roads meet. Oh, come back about where there is only love. Only love. Only love. Only love.
Bono with the Edge with some classic TFI Gold, especially for St. Patrick's Day. Our next guest, from a crime-busting vicar to a psychopathic villain to a 19th century Guinness brewer, he can really do it all, and now he's taking on the London Marathon. So hey, let's not shorten our chat with James Norton. So how is the training going?
It's good. I had to say, I went out the block a little bit fast. I did back, knee, I kind of had a bit of a...
But longest run so far, where are you?
Longest one's 30k.
30k, so that's 20 miles.
Yeah, so I've got one more very long. I'm going to go hit like 35 next week,
Good for
and
you.
then I'm going to start tapering.
And tapering's fun, man.
Yeah. I got a way to taper.
Yeah, you got to wait to taper. You're filming the Beatles films, which is great. And by the way, you're playing Brian Epstein. I know you know. Sorry, I know you know that. By the way, you're playing Brian Epstein.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm aware. So by the way, he's playing Brian Epstein, which is a smart move because it means he gets to be in all 4 films. Yay! He was offered John. He was offered Paul. He was offered Ringo. He was offered George. There was a great chat about, because they're all coming out on the same day, Beatles Day, aren't they?
I don't know about that.
April 7th.
Okay.
April 7th, 2028. Sam Mendes.
Wow, you know more than me.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Sam, you don't have to. You're in it.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
It's like you know. It's like I don't know. It's like Arsenal's centre forward having to know how to get to the ground. It's not important.
It's true.
Somebody will sort it out for him. So you're in all 4 films, and people are saying that because they're all going to come out on the same day, people are going to go and watch all 4
in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, and which one would you watch first? Which is a big question.
Yes.
I would go John, Paul, George, Ringo to take the pressure off myself, so because I don't want to think about the answer. So I just go, because we always say John, Paul, George and Ringo, don't we?
Yeah, I think there will at some point be a gentle guide as to which order you're meant to watch.
Oh!
But I don't know, maybe that's wrong.
Good.
Oh, I don't know.
How did we sneakily get that scoop?
I don't know.
That's
I don't
brilliant.
know. I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
Well, James, I think you do know if that's true, because you just said it.
I don't know. Maybe that was the sense I got on set. But yeah, it's a long way away. April 28th. Feels like years away.
Yeah, you can't
many
come up the trail
marathons.
now. You've done that with that twig of yours. So you're in all 4. So you get to see all. So who have we got? Again?
it's
Playing
amazing.
who? So we have Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, Harris Dickinson as John Lennon, Joseph Quinn as George Harrison, Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr. Who's the best out of those actors?
My favourite Beatle. Everyone has a favourite
No,
Beatle.
I'm only joking. Who is your favourite Beatle?
I mean, at the moment, I'm quite. Brian was obsessed with John. He was kind of beguiled by him. So at the moment, I mean, I'm sort of trying to keep my attention on John. But they're all beautiful boys, beautiful actors. Beautiful
Have
Beatles.
you seen the Ethan Hawke movie?
No, I haven't. The recent one.
Yeah, so the Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke movie, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Oh, Blue Moon, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Blue Moon because it's about a guy called Lorenz who wrote Blue Moon, and he wrote loads of other really famous songs. And then Rogers went off with Hammerstein and left him literally for dead. Have you,
I've heard it's brilliant.
Well, it just you playing Epstein put me in mind of him playing this guy called Lorenz, because you can't tell it. If you didn't know it was Ethan Hawke, you wouldn't know it was Ethan Hawke.
No way.
Oh, he's. I mean, highly recommend it. Have you read all the Beatles books? Because Brian Epstein wrote a book.
He did. Cellar Full of Noise.
Have you got it?
I have read that. Yeah. And there's a brilliant. Raymond Coleman wrote a brilliant biography about him, which is fascinating and very, very in depth. Yeah, I'm in deep. I mean, I love the guy. He was loved, and he loved the boys so much.
He really did.
And he had no. He was a bit of a lovey, you know. He was trained at RADA.
Yeah.
Wanted to be an actor, and then I think he wanted to find someone to love and couldn't, and put all that into the Beatles and kind of sort of martyred himself for them. He kind of like.
Yeah, he did.
gave
I
his
mean,
life.
he didn't, because I suppose martyr's not. Is that the
It's
right?
too strong, but I mean, he died a very early death, and he gave everything, every fibre of his being to getting these boys recognised. And so
Yeah.
it's an amazing journey.
It's
amazing
funny though,
story.
isn't it? Because George Martin, did what he did, and he was sort of upper class, and Brian Epstein was upper class, and then you got. Would you say the Beatles were working class or middle class or?
Well, I guess John and Paul were a little bit more middle, but I
Middle.
mean, they were all working class boys from Liverpool. But Brian was also a boy from Liverpool. He just, adopted this very.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He had a bit. So I see. So
was
self-curated
a little bit. I think so. Yeah, his dad ran a furniture shop, and he wasn't kind of upper.
Yeah, but I mean, if your dad had his own business back in the day, that was the thing, wasn't it? I'm excited for you. How far are you into playing him? Without giving anything away.
I mean, it's a long shoot, and we're only a chunk through. I mean, it's a beast.
So emotionally, how far are you into playing him? How far have you nailed him? Do you think?
There were some scenes early on when I had a bit more to do, and then I felt like, because there's a lot of stuff where you're there and you're watching the boys, and I'm on the stair or the side of the stage. But then when I had some more meaty dialogue scenes, I felt like I got him.
What a great thing! What a great thing to be paid to do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm in the same boat every morning doing this.
Yeah.
But wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
You've had to research the Beatles for a job.
Yeah, it's cool. It is cool. It is cool. And then
the best gig in the world, isn't
and then
it?
listening to the whole catalogue of their tunes,
Have you anthologies and all that stuff?
We did it. Yeah, we did it as a group. It was really special.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting.
Yeah.
And how long is it taken to make?
This is quite disconcerting.
Sorry about that.
I've got a big me. yeah, I'll spoil him.
big ass
He's charismatic as hell. How long will it take? The whole thing?
Yeah.
At least, I don't know. I think at least a year and a half. I don't know.
Wow. And Sam Mendes. Have you worked with him
Best.
before?
No, but what a lovely man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best.
When I said Mendes, I meant Menzies. So Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, Harris Dickinson as John Lennon, Joseph Quinn as George Harrison, Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr. Could almost be, if you take that bit off, could almost be a Bond boot camp. Couldn't it? Yeah. And Sam's got a bit of previous Bond. I think secretly he's been signed up for the next Bond film, and this is his audition process, and he's having everyone over, including you, including the Beatles people, and this is how he's doing it.
That is an expensive audition.
It is an expensive audition.
Yeah, it is.
Unless it does really well.
It is, it's true, yeah.
Okay, I know you're fed up with the Bond questions. I'm not going to ask you the Bond question.
Okay.
As far as you're concerned, I can see your eyes. I wasn't going to ask it anyway, but I did see your eyes glaze over, and there's no alcohol in that Guinness, so it can't be that. If it was up to you, who would you choose out of those as the next Bond?
I prefer the other Bond question.
Okay, I don't care. All right, if you want to give some money to this lovely man here, James Norton, running for a breakthrough T1D, then go to his Just Giving page. So you were on the podcast with Ed Byrne, his not the foodie podcast, weren't you?
Ed Byrne?
Ed Gamble, rather.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Ed
Yeah,
Gamble.
he's a diabetic.
Yeah, no, exactly. But he's type 2, isn't he?
No, he's type 1.
He's type 1.
He'll be
thought
upset about that.
I thought you... Sorry.
No.
Well, this is the thing. That's what I was going to ask you.
You've got to be careful.
I know you... Well, I just have not been careful enough.
He's not.
I was going to have the you've got to be careful conversation, and then I wasn't careful enough about the careful conversation.
Well, so Ed will find that funny. No, type 1 is autoimmune, type 2 is related to lifestyle and age.
Right.
So both Ed and I, and my sister and my mum,
Right.
a lot of people in my family have got type 1, which is basically nothing to do with what you've done to your body.
Genetic?
It's just unfortunate your immune system kind of miswiring.
Right.
And Breakthrough T1D is a charity which is all about kind of research, awareness, supporting particularly young diabetics, young and old, but a lot of it goes into finding a cure, because that's what we...
Right.
'cause type 2, the cure is different. Type 1 is all about kind of rewiring the immune system.
Right, because I thought you were going to have a type 1, 2, type 1, type 2 face-off. But of course you didn't.
With me and Ed?
Type 1. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely type 1.
Right,
as well.
okay. Okay, that's important. Do you think they should be called different things? Because it is confusing.
I think apparently they're about, because the research is so thorough, apparently they're going to start bringing out type 1A and type 1B and type... I know it's going to really screw you.
Less helpful.
I know. But hopefully, I mean, there's this thing called the Eladon trial right now, and a lot of the type 1s out there will be going, I know what you're talking about, where I think we're getting, because of organisations like Breakthrough T1D, we are getting closer. So maybe we won't be talking about diabetes.
All right, well, let's hope so. That would be amazing.
Give some money to my Just Giving page, and then we can get rid of this horrible condition.
Okay. Good luck with the marathon, James. All right, our next guest is an amazing actor who is about to be in all of your favourite things on the telly all at once. Imperfect Women, You Nesboo's Detective Hule, and For All Mankind to name but three, all of which begins this month. So please welcome someone who never does the bare minimum. It's Joel Kinnaman. I've been doing this show for 121 years, right? And I have never, ever had so much to talk to one person about.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a crazy week.
You are busy, man.
Yeah, busy week.
Okay, so we've got 2 apples and a Netflix.
Yep.
Where do you want to go first?
Wherever you want
Let's
to
go Netflix first.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I love the way you called it Hule.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better than the character's name sounds in English. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's Harry Hole.
Yeah, Joe Nesbo's Harry Hole.
Harry Hole. It doesn't work that well in
No, I
English.
know. Well, I was schooled in it by Ozzy Jane earlier on. Thank you so much. But okay, let's go with this then. So, but this is not a Swedish noir. It's a Nordic noir, a Norwegian noir. But you are Swedish.
Yeah, I speak Swedish. Yeah.
Okay. But in this you speak Norwegian.
It's a bit of a mix.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a couple of Danes in there, a few Swedes. Yeah.
But what is the sort of mother language of the show then?
I mean, it's Norwegian.
It is Norwegian.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, it's all the same.
Is it actually? Yeah. Okay, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, the Norwegian and Swedish is it's very similar.
Right.
There's some words that are different, but it's almost like a dialect.
Okay, so you're good, excellent. Well done, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
well done to the whole of Scandinavia.
Yeah.
And so I've heard you talk about in the past about Swedes being, generally very, very happy. Danes being a bit happier.
Yeah.
Than Swedes.
Yeah.
Finns being less happy than the Danes and the Swedes. Where do the Norwegians fit into that little wall of joy?
I feel like they're sort of kind of happily in bliss, sort of like they're just like in their own little fairy tale world, They're
okay.
They just don't seem to be able to get angry.
Okay.
Have you ever seen an angry Norwegian?
No.
It's like their language doesn't lend itself to anger. It's like, jag syns det är helt otroligt.
What did you just say?
I just said that it seems amazing. Yeah.
Because I recently watched Sentimental Value with the Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Stellan. And I'm like, and obviously most of that is in Swedish.
Yeah.
And there's some of it's in American because it's about an American.
A lot of it is in Norwegian as well.
It's Norwegian as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what I meant, actually.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused about my Scandinavian languages. And I'm thinking, I'm trying to, like, you hear French, you think, there's a word in there somewhere that I sort of understand. And, and the romantic languages, obviously, Scandinavian languages, was that even a word? And I'm not being disrespectful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what you do with
we feel the same way.
Of course.
When we talk to each other.
100%.
Yeah.
You even feel like that. Do you think it's because they're cold, or so you don't open your mouth much because it's so cold? It's so cold.
I think that's it.
They're very
I think
small.
you nailed it. Yeah.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
but they're very small words, aren't they?
I mean, it's funny. Like in the north of Sweden, where it's colder. They barely speak to each other.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, the way you say yes in northern Sweden is.
Just about. That's all we can do.
That's it.
And that's because it's cold. That's a sharp intake of breath.
So. I think the weather definitely has something to do with
Without
it.
question, because you can't outperform your environment. You can try and upstage your environment, but it's not going to work. And this is Nordic noir. This show, which is amazing. By the way, all these shows they're not even two of them haven't even got Rotten Tomatoes ratings because they're not out yet. Well, we can give them Rotten Tomatoes ratings. I'll give 99% to the critics because they always just mark it down because they have to because they're critics, and we'll give 100% popcorn to the others.
Perfect.
And by the way, we're not joking. These are all off. They're too good. It's not fair on everybody else. You're in three amazing things all at the same time. But because it's Scandi noir, Nordic noir, you have said in the past, one of the reasons Scandis are happier is because you accept when you're not happy, and pretending to be happy is exhausting. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So that's maybe why.
Yeah, I live in California, and people seem to be exhausted with being happy.
Yeah. All right. So listen, Joe Nesbo's Detective Hole. Correct pronunciation is.
No, this is really good. Hule.
Right, this is Netflix next Thursday, 26th of March. Because we've got three massive things to talk about, you're just going to have to give us the headlines. We've watched them all. We loved them all. You don't play the main character in this, so you play rivals.
I'm kind of the bad guy. Yeah.
All right, okay, so we can say that. We weren't sure whether we could say that or not.
I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah. You can see it from my pants and my shirt. Yeah.
Yes! You can go there because we couldn't.
Pants. Yeah.
So maybe it isn't Hule. Anyway. Yeah. So can you frame it for us, the Netflix show?
I always got to be careful because I'm really bad at spoilers.
Yeah.
So John Nesbo's written this amazing character, Harry Hule. Harry. In Norwegian and Swedish, it's Harry Hule.
Harry Hule.
And I think they're trying to make it like Detective Hole.
Ooh.
Hule. Yeah. He's a brilliant but very troubled detective.
Yeah.
He struggles with alcoholism and he goes on these like deep benders.
Yeah. He's currently in recovery.
Yeah. And I play another fellow detective who is very concerned with how he looks.
Rivals as well.
Oh, they're definitely rivals.
Rivals.
And I play Tom Waller, who.
In Norwegian, how would I say that?
The Norwegians say Våler.
Let's stick to the correct pronunciation, if that's all right.
But I go with the Swedish Våler.
Våler, okay.
Yeah. Joe didn't like the way I pronounced. He kept saying like, from Våler?
Is it Våler?
Yeah. Joe Nesbo, the writer. He was also the showrunner on this.
So, are you having all the fun on the show?
Yeah.
It seems like you're having
definitely I'm having all the fun.
All the fun on the show. All right, okay. And there's a really important character played by a woman in this show, and she's a face recognition expert. She has this superpower.
Yes.
What is her superpower?
Well, she just doesn't forget a face. She has photographic memory.
And even sort of the nuances of a face, maybe. I'm getting too close to the thing now. So okay.
So anyway, but there seems to be like a string of murders that are happening.
There seems to be.
Yeah.
Darn those detective shows with all those
that seem to have something in common with each other. And
okay.
Yeah.
So that's Netflix. It's literally like a shopping list. Can we tick off Netflix now? Okay,
Check.
Netflix. There you go. You've had your mention, and that's a 9-part series, Joe Nesbo's Hole, Detective Hole, Hule, and that's Netflix next Thursday, 26th of March, and that's forever after that.
Yeah.
Okay, Apple TV next. Do you want to go in perfect women? Let's go for All Mankind because it's the 5th season.
Yeah.
Of that. So if you've never seen For All Mankind, 5 series can't be wrong, or can they? Tune in to find out.
Yeah.
You play a spaceman.
Yes.
An astronaut.
I'm Old Man Mars, Ed Baldwin. I honestly think this is a brilliant show. It's I've been shooting this for 7 years. It's the 5th season, and it's this. I think it's probably the most grounded sci-fi show of all time.
Yeah.
It plays off this like simple like idea of like what would have happened if the U.S. didn't win the space race. Because when in the United States, when they won the space race and landed on the moon, then the space race kind of de-escalated and all the funding disappeared. Yeah. And this plays with the premise, like how would the world have looked if that sort of escalation and rush for innovation had continued? And so what happens is this new timeline starts in 1969, where the Russians beat us to the moon. And where innovation picks up, and we go to Mars, and then we reach further into the universe, and it sort of becomes like I think the long idea of this show is that it is sort of an unofficial handoff to Star Trek.
Yeah. Nice.
That's sort of what it is.
I like that.
And each season jumps about 10 years.
Yeah.
So which means that my time in the makeup chair just keeps getting longer.
No way.
So in season 5, I'm 82.
Joe Kinnaman, everyone. Our next guest is a guest we didn't book. The universe booked this next guest for us. The way the stars have lined up for this man to appear on this show today it melts my brain. He literally is my favourite person in the world, other than people I know and love, my friends and family and co-workers. If I could have one person on the show, it would be this man. And we didn't book him. He didn't book him. James Norton booked him. Actual James Norton booked this guy to come on our show. Just please welcome the one, the only, Brother Phap Huu.
Excited.
Yeah.
I was telling the team normally my mornings are in noble silence into 9:30.
Yeah.
But this is a new vibe, and I'm in harmony with it. I'm loving it.
And you're willing to make an exception for us.
Absolutely.
Now, your father led you here today.
He did.
Our deepest condolences and sympathy on his passing. Your dad passed away 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now, your dad, of course, is still here via your habit energy, because you talk about this a lot, don't you?
I do. My dad is the reason I found Plum Village.
Yeah.
And through a spiritual path where I think it's so important to recognize that all of us human beings, we have a spiritual dimension in us, and it depends on how we touch it. And for me, it was through my father's suffering, because he was a boat person. He left Vietnam after the Vietnam War, or in Vietnam, we call it the American War. And he was a refugee. And his journey was a journey of sacrifice, a journey of hope and pain. And in 1990, he was able to sponsor my mother, my sister, and I over to Canada. And I think in that moment, he was able to finally just release all of his fear, his fight, his frozen, these tendency that we would go into. And he was looking for healing. And by chance, our teacher, Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh, was in Toronto, and he went to a talk, and he just realized, like, this is my guy, this is my teacher, I have to find a way to Plum Village.
Yeah.
And he went there, and he took me for the first time and my sister in 1996. So he was the bridge. And as a father, he's always told me this. He's like, I have 3 responsibilities. 1 is to provide education. 2 is provide a livelihood with food. And 3 is a spiritual dimension. And just to open that door, and if I and my sister likes it, we dive in. If not, he's done his part. And Plum Village in 1996 was, we grew up Buddhist as a Vietnamese, but to really say that I understand what Buddhism is, it was very difficult to put my finger on what it is. Because for an Asian, for a Vietnamese, it's like our culture, it's our heritage also. And coming to Plum Village for the first time, meeting a young monk. You're meeting a young monk. I've only met elder monks, and the distance between somebody in the spiritual world and our day-to-day, everyday life is like there's a gap. And this monk just joined his palm and greeted us with such presence and humility. And I was 8 years old, and I felt like, wow, he recognized me. And growing up in a household of all refugees, there was a lot of domestic violence, a lot of abuse, pain, and it's because nobody knew how to take care of the suffering. And so it becomes our action, it becomes our word, it becomes our way of being together. It's a suppression of what is going on inside of us. So I was on the receiving end of a lot of bullying. And Plum Village in France, southwest of France, was the first place I felt such tenderness and kindness that was generous. Because normally when we're kind in the world, it's like I want something in return. And in this retreat, in the summertime, the monastery opens for families. So they have a program for children. And it becomes a kind of haven. My first interaction with a kind person was actually at the buffet line, just getting my oatmeal, and I couldn't reach the ladle. And this man who I've never met just said, "Young child, let me help you." So simple, but with presence and with a generous heart. And I learned to surrender to what kindness is. I started to surrender to the beauty of humanity, which is all of us, we have the capacity to be kind. We have the capacity to hold each other in each other's presence without a phone of today's world, or just to offer love, which is so universal. But it is a practice, it is a cultivation, and Plum Village has offered my family a healing foundation for us to find out who we are. And for me, as an Asian growing up in the West, my question was, who am I? And I recognize a lot of us as Asians, we have this banana complex. It's like, because everything I see around me was about success is in a white person. And I wanted to be not me. And everything in Plum Village is like, be beautiful, be yourself. You are already what you want to become. Come back to your breath, arrive, and feel your ancestors with you. And I was just like, what is all this? And it made so much sense though, but it took so much time to fully grasp it and make it become who I am today.
Brother Phap Huu, as I say, I could literally talk to you all day. We are way over time, but honestly, so great to see you. Oh gosh, what a treat! What a treat! If we never do anything else on this show, we did this. And by the way, Brother Phap Huu. All right, our next guest from High Wycombe to Barry Island to the US of America. Our next guest has really done it all. He's chatting to all the biggest stars in his brand new podcast, This Life of Mine. So please welcome a man who we're all adoring. It's James It's all the fun.
This is something else.
This is it, isn't it?
You just don't understand.
Oh, I sort of do.
No, I don't think you do.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Okay,
You don't.
well,
I don't think you do.
Enlighten me then.
Because I think for anyone who, like when I was, like, obviously we were both younger.
Yes.
But it was Friday night at 6 p.m. There was just nowhere else I was ever going to be than watching Channel 4 and watching TFI Friday. And I actually think it's not just me. I could be speaking for millions of people. The the whole ethos of that show, I think, of what you created, what you and your amazing team did, I think changed TV to the point where I would say, I honestly believe, every iteration of breakfast radio DJ and anyone who's tried to create a show similar to that format, including myself, right, is inherently linked to what you did on TFI and Don't Forget Your Toothbrush.
Well, thank you.
And for me, for the 14-year-old James Corden, just to be at this desk. I mean, look, I've told you this before.
Yes.
I've told you this drunk. I've told you this sober. That's how long we've known each other. Like, even now, like sitting at the desk.
Yes.
And your whole team here is so great, but this is a real moment for me.
All right, well, it's a moment for me too, because of what you've said all those things before, and I'm so glad you're here. And when you heard and then saw we were doing this again, you were the first person to phone me saying, "You're doing it again."
Yeah, it was just, I mean, it's
and then
just
you came up with
thrilling.
loads of ideas.
It's
and
just thrilling.
you said, "I'll produce it."
I would happily come and just work on the show.
Yeah,
just
well, you
be here. I would just like it would be. I would just love it so much.
Well, you sort of are working
Yeah,
on the show now.
for sure.
Okay, so that's nice. That's one trigger for you. And the other trigger is you're back in this sort of interview situation, which you then did for 7 years in America.
Yeah, 8.5 years.
Was
in
it 8.5?
America.
Sorry,
8.5
I don't know
years.
why I always say it was 7. Okay, 8.5.
Yes, no, I really count the half. So yeah, and then yes, I have this. I've been doing this an interview show. Yeah.
So back when you were doing your late show, the Late Show with James Corden in America, which was hugely successful. Of course it was. And you had all the fun doing it, and I still can't believe you did it. Not purely because it's over. Do you know what I mean by that? You know, and it's like you're back here and you're doing all the stuff you used to do beforehand. It's like, did it really happen? Was it a dream?
Oh, it's a real jolt.
Yeah.
It is. It's a strange thing to have gone and sort of done. You know, we did 1,198 talk shows, and then, and in that time, did some things which no one should be allowed these memories. Right? I don't know if you feel that when you look back, you just think, well, what have I done to deserve these memories of driving around Liverpool with Paul McCartney, or jumping out of a plane with Tom Cruise, or Stevie Wonder calling my wife to sing "I Just Called to Say James Loves You," and no one knows that she was actually in a toilet at the time at a restaurant. And it's like you do, but then. We're back and we live in, the same area of London that we lived in before we went, and you're walking down the same road and you're like, did any of that was that just some sort of fever dream?
Yeah.
It does feel like that sometimes.
Well, in a way, it sort of is a fever dream, isn't it?
Very much so.
And the interview aspect of it, because all your bits, the Crosswalk musical and the Carpool karaoke, which were so huge, and in a way, they were sort of the opposite of COVID for the internet, weren't they? They were just this like, you can do this with a talk show, and you can blow it up, and you can get 100 or 200 million views for something you did the night before to like 2 million viewers or whatever. What was the first big video that hit?
Well, we were very lucky. We just sort of, I don't know how any of these things happened, but our first show, we knew that we had to, because almost everybody who's ever done a late night talk show in America they've either come from sort of Saturday Night Live or that sort of Comedy Central stalwart of The Daily Show and things like that. And we were so aware that we were just like, well, I mean, I can't swear on this show, but when it got announced that I was doing the show, there was a massive headline in a newspaper that just said, "Who the is James Corden?"
Yeah.
And the whole thing was like, and we were like, and it's that thing, and I think you're very good at this, where you sort of, for a long time you're thinking, oh man, no one knows what we can do, no one knows who I am here, and then you change your mindset and you go, oh, hang on a minute. Nobody knows what we can do.
Yeah, that's a superpower.
Nobody knows who I am here.
Yeah.
This is great. And so we were very lucky. Our booker on the show was an amazing lady who's also an exec on the show called Sheila Rogers, who booked Letterman for basically 25 years. And she called in a favour to get Tom Hanks to do the show, because we really couldn't get guests. And Tom Hanks... he'd seen me in a play called The History Boys, and I'd done a little bit in a film that his company produced. So he was like, oh, that guy, the little chubby guy, yeah, I'll do that. And so he came along, and then we pitched him this idea to try and recreate his film career in like 6 minutes in front of a green screen. And amazingly, he was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then he said, he would only do it if he could come in the day before and do a 3-hour rehearsal. And we were like, yes, we thought we'd get you for 30 minutes, yes. Yeah. And all the time that we were rehearsing, I just kept going to him, oh, thank you so much for doing this.
Of course you did.
Thank you so much for doing this. And he said, and I'll never forget it, he said, James, this is show business.
Yeah.
He said, the harder you work, the quicker you can forget all about it.
Yeah, come on.
And I said, what do you mean? What do you mean? And he said, well, the harder you work, the more successful it'll be. And you don't think about your successes when you lay in bed staring at the ceiling.
Oh,
and
my
can't
gosh.
sleep. What you think about is your failures.
Yeah.
So all you're trying to do is work hard enough to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Wise, profound, chilling, and completely true.
Completely true.
And I suppose what was good about that, when you said the fact he came in for 3 hours the day before, you get then what I would have thought and felt and believed was like, I don't care if this works or not. We're getting to do this with Tom Cruise,
for sure.
Tom Hanks,
of course.
Cruise. And then you're doing it for a different reason. You go, I don't care if this is the worst show in the world. I got to do this.
Yeah. Well, you think that all the time about everything.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, how you just all the time you think, well, you've got to check your problems some days
at the door
and go,
and it's a very useful perspective, isn't it?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the interview aspect of the show, when you were talking to the guests, how did you find that? Because in a way, that's sort of compared to what you were doing with the crosswalk musicals and everything else. It's a big deal. Rehearsing, choreography. Is it funny? Can we make it funnier? Oh my gosh! And they were massive productions. The Tom Cruise, the £1.7 million 5-minute VT. That, by the way, the film company paid for, not you.
Yes.
And it was a great advert for his movie at the time. So the questions, was that the easy bit then?
Well, it's easy in a sense, comparatively to that, but it never really. The thing with hosting a show like in America is the show is about 41 or 42 minutes long, and you have 6 ad breaks.
I know.
So you never really get the chance. Like, the show in minute time, I think, is about the same as probably the Graham Norton show, but every 6 minutes you're leaving to go somewhere else. So you never really get that great thing that Graham has, which is this feeling of it being sort of freeform. And people, we used to bring all the guests out at the same time, which was completely inspired and stolen by him, no question. And I thank him
stolen
for
from
it.
him.
Yeah, I thank him
not by
for
him.
it every
You
day.
just said by him.
Oh no, stolen for him. No, stolen from him in every sense.
Graham Norton stole my show.
No, oh my goodness, no.
That's why I gave it up.
No, because no one had ever done that in America before. No one had ever done that thing of bringing all the guests out at the same time. And we used to show publicists. We go, but look how good it is on Graham's show. And this was a completely new thing in America to try and do that. The other thing to say is our show used to air at like midnight.
Which is crazy.
Insane. midnight till 1:30.
Every night.
Every night.
Monday night. Tuesday
every night. Every
Wednesday night.
But the interview aspect, I never really felt like I was really finding anything out about people, or you getting under the skin or hearing stories, because really, what you're there to do is to try and, someone's got a movie coming out, someone's got a new TV show, someone's got something. And so the only thing I probably felt like I didn't ever do really, really well was like a long form interview.
But you do now.
And that's why we sort of decided to try and make a really true sort of long form format interview show. Yeah.
So the question, I suppose, looking back, is what did James do next? But of course, then it was what do I do now? And so this is a big deal, and you've had some huge guests on this podcast.
The show's called This Life of Mine, and you can find it wherever you get your podcasts. And it's
I love it when we say that. Everybody knows how to do it.
Yeah, well,
I say it all the time. From wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah, I know that.
Well,
by the way, I know
you go one step further. You go on your smart speaker.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
How smart is this
Gotta
speaker?
Stop doing
and
that.
on your smart speaker.
Smarter than the host and the guy saying these words. That's for sure. So Beckham's been on.
David Beckham, Kim Kardashian, Tom Ford, Anna Wintour, Denzel Washington, Dr. Dre.
Yeah. And do they come to you? Do you go to them? Do you Zoom it?
We go to them.
You go to them?
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Where have you been?
Oh, all over.
You've been to the houses?
No. But we've gone
that'd be
to.
exciting, wouldn't it?
No, we've done shows in LA. We've done shows in New York. We've done shows in London. And the premise of the show is each week someone chooses a person, a place, a possession, a song, a memory and a moment, or
that's not for James. That was for me.
Or a sporting
he
moment.
does know his show.
Yeah. And it's what's quite nice about it is what you realise is if people are talking about things that they really love and things that they love in their lives.
Yeah.
They just open up in a really interesting and great way, and it's really nice.
It's the equivalent of a shoulder to shoulder with your kids as opposed to face to face.
There you go. Yeah,
there's something to talk around.
Yeah,
and then everybody relaxes. Everybody trusts each other. It's a safe place, and off we go.
Yeah.
So they do a very similar thing. I don't know if they're selling it from you. There could be a lawsuit in this. So on the early show, just before the TalkSport Breakfast Show, and you're a massive fan of TalkSport, aren't you? You love TalkSport.
Huge fan. Goldstein and Bent is just the
funniest thing.
It's sensational.
I missed a bit of the show yesterday, and I felt
it's so good.
I felt I was missing an arm.
But also, how good is Andy Goldstein?
He's great.
No, honestly, as like a broadcaster, I think
amazing.
He is. Because I think the great people make you think, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
And you realise that you very, very quickly...
Because he's bothered, not bothered, but
he's
so
fantastic.
good at Darren Bent is so funny with it.
Brilliant.
And calls him out all the time.
And the whole team who
Did
made
you hear
that
the Haddock and Cod conversation they had?
it was hilarious. I did not.
Hilarious. Fish and Chip Friday a couple of weeks ago, and Andy says, well, obviously it's cod, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Darren said, no, it's haddock. Everybody knows it's haddock. And then Andy, Andy's like, he's so like, of course it's cod.
Yeah.
And then like loads of fishmongers, loads of trawlermen phoned up and said, no, it's definitely haddock because cod is a bottom feeder.
Yes.
But he was having none of it. And then the other night.
But this wasn't always the case, surely.
What?
Because when we were growing up, it was cod, wasn't
Well,
it?
no, you're the only person on Andy's team, just so you know.
Well, hang on. No, I agree. I agree now. Because how could you disagree with people who really know?
Yeah.
But surely when we were kids, it was cod.
Yeah, but
because we'd do like cod and chips. You'd say that, cod and chips.
He was saying here in the here and now. In the here and now.
Well, I have no idea in the here and now.
And then Darren says, Andy says first of all to Darren, says, there's a guy in the office, right? And he would rather Arsenal win any of the quadruple trophies.
Well, this was nonsense.
Any of the quadruple trophies.
I heard
then
this.
England win the World Cup,
which is insane.
So where do you stand on that?
Oh no. Well, if it was West Ham,
yeah.
Well, I'd rather Tottenham go down.
Than England
win the World Cup.
Yes, exactly.
No, I'm kidding.
You're not kidding. Because that came too easily.
No, I'm trying to think.
How do you feel about that, Kedge?
Yeah, got it.
I'm trying to think. I don't think Tottenham are going to go down now. I think they can turn it around. But I think... Well, hang on. I'd rather West Ham win the Premier League than England win the World Cup.
Premier League you get for free.
And the Champions League.
Yeah. No,
I'd
said anything.
I'd rather win the World Cup than the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes you less of a West Ham fan than Darren Bent is an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, but it was nonsense when he said that. There's no way the Carabao Cup would mean more than England winning the World Cup.
Well, if you're a proper fan, you're not a proper West Ham fan then. That's what he would say.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, of course you do.
Because I'm in for. I'd like all of us to have a good time. I'd like all of us to have a great time.
Yeah, I know.
What you're saying, what Darren Bent's saying is...
what Darren Bent is saying.
I only want a small collection of people to be really happy.
Yeah.
Rather than a mass of people to be really happy.
Yeah.
And I think I'd rather a mass of people to be happy.
Okay, so
high tide will rise all the boats.
Yeah, I get it. So it's you and Andy Goldstein and then everybody else. What about you, Kedge? What about Tottenham? Tottenham winning something or England winning the World Cup?
I'm a Tottenham man. All the way.
See, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
I know, but this is an insane conversation because this is like saying when people go, would you rather fly or live underwater? The very notion of Tottenham winning anything is insane.
James Corden! All right, now here's some TFI Gold with one of our most requested performances ever. It's Corden!
Oh, you pretend you're high, pretend you're bored, pretend you're anything, and just to be adored. What you need is what you get. You don't believe You don't believe in love, and don't believe in hate, and don't believe in anything. You can't wait. Stupid girl, stupid girl. All you had it wasted. I can't believe you fake it. You don't believe in fear, and don't believe in fate, and don't believe in anyone. You can't sing. Stupid girl, you stupid girl.